So I feel like somebody is watching their handiwork. They're looking over their handiwork and very proud of what they've done. I'm also getting that this is from, okay, so this could be a father figure, a family, parents, a sculptor, an artist, a teacher, somebody who has had an effect on this person. They set out to give you some type of purpose. They did what they did purposely for this moment, because now I feel like you're coming into your own, and the people who affected you in this way, they're standing up, like almost like giving you a round of applause, or almost like cheering on their own what they've done, their own handiwork, because they feel like they've succeeded. They did what they did to make you successful, and they almost like they knew something more, something about sexual immorality. Also, like somebody tried to make you feel dirty, is what I'm getting, but they wanted you to feel that way so that you could live the rest of your life trying to clean in spirits, being like a cleansing type of energy, and ultimately making them feel good about themselves, like somebody who just invented a vacuum cleaner or something. Because they're like, nobody else in here wants to do this, but we're gonna make this person do this so that we can all feel good about ourselves. But what I'm getting from this is like they want you to be okay with that. Like it's like, see, it all worked out. Like somebody is I feel like somebody is receiving some type of award, and maybe the parents showed up, but maybe they weren't in your life for a while. Maybe you had to cut them out because of what they've done. And now they want to pop up and say that, it was all on purpose. But I feel like they also probably pretended like they didn't know what was going on. Like maybe somebody, yeah, you definitely had to leave these people behind. But I feel like they pretended like they didn't know what was going on at the time, just in case it didn't work out, just in case you lost your mind and turned into a criminal or something, ended up, you know, incriminating them in some way. But because you stay true and faithful to God, now your enemies want to pop up like, it was because of our hatred that motivated you or something like this. I feel like these people are very juvenile. You definitely had to walk away from their immaturity. And this is not somebody you have to give credit for. All credit and honor and glory belongs to God. And, it's very typical that they will try to step back in and take the place of God. They've been doing this the entire time. It's like, you're not going to worship the devil, no matter how hard and how eager and persistent this devil is. It keeps trying to jump in front of your view and soak up all that love that just, I want to say it doesn't belong to them, but I'm also hearing love your enemies. So however that works out is between you and God. But I just feel like this person is kind of irritating. And also, like, it's not just the fact that they want to be loved so badly by you. It's because they don't love themselves, not genuinely. And, but I feel like they love you. Like, they don't love themselves, they love you. And they don't want you to love yourself. They want you to love them. It's like they want you guys to be codependent on one another. And also, like, there's an overindulgence. Like, it's just too much. They want to take everything, every last drop and more. There's just no end. It's a bottomless pit for them. There's no end. So whenever you see them coming, or just if you're just aware of their vibe or their energy, like they're loitering, like their energy is just kind of lurking, and you can just sense that. Yeah, you can just sense that they're throw off. And like, there's no end to this. You would never share anything with this person that just does not know when to quit. They don't know when to stop. They got their hand out in a position as if they're given to you. Yeah, like, even when they showed up to this event or whatever the case may be, maybe they just popped up in your head at some point, like, oh, you're smiling, you're happy again. Remember, I'm the one who taught you what happiness truly means, like all that suffering you went through. That's the reason why this happiness feels so good. All that abuse and oppression is like, I was the one who gave you that pressure so that you can feel this release type of energy is what I'm getting. Even when they showed up at that moment, it was still to take from you. It was to take the credit, to take the shine. It's never ending with them. Even to take the attention, the focus away from the things that bring you joy. I feel like you really just got to ignore these people. Like, maybe that's the skill you're building right now. And focus on what you did. Every time they try to pop up and say what they did, remind yourself what you did to not really be affected by them, because that's what's going on here. You're not affected. Even if you had a scar at some point, it has healed, it has faded. There's no evidence whatsoever that you were ever injured or hurt or beat up at any point. And that's what they want to take credit for. It's God who healed you. It has nothing to do with them. Their hatefulness is all self-contained. Maybe they think they're affecting the world. They definitely think they're like just these villains, but that's not the case. Because at the end of the day, as soon as when you ignore them, because I feel like, we're not at the finish line yet, but when you finally just reject them at the door, they're not even allowed to come into this new place of yours. They don't have tickets. They weren't invited. They're not welcome. So reject them at the door, and then that's when they'll realize, they did not win this battle. They didn't win this fight. They don't have any type of awards or achievements or benefits off of your back, off of your pain. No, they really did lose. Like the real definition of a loser. That's what they are. There's no silver lining for them. It all worked out for you, not them. They're gonna experience the pain that they tried to cause you. It's all gonna backsplash on their situation. It's all gonna backfire. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they want to come off as a nurturer. Definitely, they want to come off as a nurturer. But you already know the truth. Were they actually nurturing you, or were they torturing you? Like, now's the time to be real. I feel like at some point they were like, when you grow up, you're going to remember, or you'll thank me one day, even if it didn't happen that long ago. You might not have to go digging all the way into the archives to find out the truth of the matter. It might have just happened yesterday, and they're already trying to cash in because you ignored them and you move on with your life. And now that you have some joy of your own, they really think that they are part of this joy. Like, oh, you're laughing at what I did to you yesterday? Like, we're friends. No, that's not what's happening. You laugh in spite of them, or even despite them, despite what they've done. You laugh regardless of whether or not they were born. And the wickedness that they go through life doing to people is forgetful. It's forgettable. Yeah, I feel like you have this peace that you can definitely tap into right now, because it's a peace that surpasses all understanding. These haters have no idea where you are, what you're doing. They don't have the stamina to keep up with you at this point. Their depression has taken over their situation. Yeah, they just had an image of what they hate about themselves. Like, that's the truth that they try to avoid day in and day out. The truth that they are willing to give themselves up at the flicker of a dime, at the drop of a pen. They are ready to lose themselves and pretend to be your friend. I mean, that has its own identity. Like, whatever the word for that is just like, flaky isn't a word. Even as a shapeshifter, some people have agendas. Like, at the end of the day, they're after something, but these people I feel like it's just pointless at this point to even analyze who they are, because they're not anybody. Like, I wouldn't just come out and say they're nobodies, but they're just not anybody. They don't have an identity. They're mirrors. Maybe somebody's self-reflecting. Maybe somebody has to deal with the fact that they're influenced by their own reflection. Maybe somebody has to reach within and find out who they actually are and what makes them who they are, and not connected with the mirror. A piece of glass, like the reality. I feel like the reality of the situation is that it's this, you might as well just be staring at a wall. You are who you are within. It's not about what you see on the outside. And also, maybe somebody's learning, maybe somebody's doing some type of mirror magic, because I feel like somebody's learning, and this person is a nut. I'm just gonna come out and say it. They're using science to get what they want. It's manifested in a way, but it's vile. Like, at the end of the day, your soul still matters here. Like, this person can use their nervousness, they can use their anger. Every emotion they has is just like a chemical, and they're just mixing these chemicals and like makeup and just changing their face. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna add a little dash of sadness here. Like, you have no idea who this person is, but they've made themselves out to look like you. This person is a siren at the end of the day, because they know how much you love yourself and they want you to love them. They want you to see that they are you and love them. This person needs to go. They're trying to stick you to an identity, whereas though you move with the spirit. When God tells you to go, you go. When God tells you to stay, you stay. It's not about looking picture perfect. And they're like, okay, I took a picture of her, I have her ID now. This is who she is. Look like this 24/7. If you ever move a muscle or flinch or show any type of emotions, then you are a fraud. But at the same time, this is coming from a fraud who has no idea what life is about. They just know how to look certain ways, how these ways get certain reactions. So maybe this person is a shapeshifter. It's just a lot. It's like a house of mirrors right now. Let's close this energy up, because I feel like at the end of the day, this is the same old, same old. The only way to really judge this situation and end it once and for all is to tell the truth that this person is you. Whether or not they agree to it, they have become you. As you love your neighbor as yourself, anybody next to you is going to be absorbed. Okay. You love your enemies. There's nothing they can't do that you won't forgive. Like, we don't need to really analyze the situation. That's the way you get rid of this person, is to absorb them. You're not going to fight them anymore. You're going to fix whatever problems they have as they become your problems. It's like taking over a piece of property with a bunch of problems. You got to fix all those problems before you sell it. It's yours now. You have to take on all of the neighbors, all of their problems. You have to fix all of their problems and become a better person because of it. And then by the time you're ready to move on, you're a brand new person. And also, you have love for these people. You don't have to build up hatred upon hatred upon hatred because of people who look up to you and admire you and respect you in some way and want to be like you. Okay? So I feel like that's the truth here, because this is going to keep coming up. Okay? And you're good. Like, any more energy from here? No. Yeah. Okay. So we got the double card at the end. Yeah. Because I just feel like it's a loop here. Because I'm seeing this Knight of Pentacles, and I just I refuse to read into this, because it's like it's already a done deal. The energy is just, it can keep going on and on, and it can become addictive. When you already got your answer, you're already good. You're already ready to move on and create this better life for yourself. But somebody just keeps on looking for problems. They're not dear unless you look for them. Like, even if you're looking in the mirror and you're looking at something you're like, your eyes have the ability to create something out of nothing. So if you're looking for a problem, it'll be like, look, here I go, here I am, here's one. Am I a problem? Can I be a problem? Like, it just wants attention, and these problems will manifest out of thin air. So I feel like that's the energy here. Like, just love yourself, love anybody who's associated with you or within your vicinity, and don't think twice about it.